Hey guys, welcome to our new gaming channel. My name's Bryan.
And I'm Pasta.
And we're going to be covering Gwent Homecoming content. Now, we contacted CDPR to try to get access to a beta account with all the cards unlocked so that we could show you 7 to 10 of our craziest fucking decks, but they didn't respond, so we had to make a brand new PS4 account and put
as much money as we thought was necessary.
Yeah, and then mill everything down, deck after deck, and we only got 3 decks and 2 factions. But they're good, so...
We tried.
We tried, but because we had to do that, we are very low level, not even capable of doing ranked, and our opponents
show that.
Like, they don't have good decks, and they sometimes make bad plays.
Yeah.
So... Another disclaimer, we don't watch other content creators, ever. So, because we don't care that much about Gwent's social system, we have a side project that requires far more of our time, which you will probably get to enjoy sooner rather than later. However, because of that, if any of the decks we do have already been done, we apologize and say, wow, good job to the other creators for matching our fucking brilliance.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check my list. This is just a gift from us to you to prove to you our prowess at deck building. We're gonna immediately start doing Homecoming content. Not the day of release for consoles, but further on. So, anything else you want to add, Pasta?
No.
Alright. So, CDPR may have doubted us, and so we did not get to show you some fabulous treasures. However, we are coming for the top of Gwent Casual Queue. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Our first video is going to be Scoia'tael Movement. It's interesting in that it can 100% of the time play its perfect gameplay scenario out. And it just absolutely decimates the opponent at the same time. So let's see what we got. Looks like we're facing Dagon first.
There will be no
Fucking
negotiation.
hate weather decks. But it's a good thing weather's crippled in Homecoming, eh? So, first things first, we are going to get rid of Reconnaissance, which lets you just choose between 2 bronze cards. Because that's a thinning card, and we want to play them from our 1 strength Scoia'tael elves. They look for 2 special cards in your deck, and you play 1. Those are the only bronze specials we have, because we're only using them for thinning. Now, we also want to get rid of that 3 strength Scoia'tael thinning card, Blue Mountain Commando. They, or maybe these are Blue Mountain Commandos.
No, those are double in.
Oh, you're right. So we get rid of those because we want to play them out with the thinning. We want the 1 strength to play Reconnaissance, hopefully into another 1 strength, hopefully into another 1 strength, into the 3 to pull out up to like 7 to 9 cards in 1 turn.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. But that's
how you set the consistency.
That's how you set the consistency up. If you need to, Saskia is in your deck. It's 11 strength gold over here on the far right. What she did was she grabbed 2 bronze cards. You put them, well, 2 any cards. You put them in your deck and you grab 2 bronze cards back. So, looks like I get to play almost full strategy. But it's okay if we sell the other one in there. We can use them to get out one of our other units later. That's the great thing about this. No matter what happens, you're always good to go. It's a good thing Alien came out onto that road, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm playing this just to fuck around a little bit. Waste his time. All we're trying to do really is make him pass the first round. because we want a long round 3 for Ragnarok. Ragnarok! Ragnarok.
Now, how did that
Goddamn far. But that is why we had this guy. Now, the reason why I never mind putting him in the fog, even, you know, because you move everyone else, but... Oh shit, he didn't even play Scrags? Oh, he played, the other 8 strength Dwarven Mercenary from the deck, which pulls the unit and boosts it by 3, which also triggers the Blue Mountain Commando's synergy with movement. But that doesn't even matter, because we can still get Scrags out whenever we want next round, even though he's not going to be as effective as a unit, but it's still going to be a solid, like, 19, 20 point play. Which for a silver card is above the curve in closed beta. Even though in Homecoming we have fucking 3 strength cards and all.
Man, peep the amount of cards you have in your deck versus his already.
Yeah, I already have 5 cards
How
left
nice
to his
this deck
12.
is it then?
Oh yeah. So now we play the last one out.
Have strength.
Get a half elf. They're there to sometimes help pull Aelring if you get a shitty starting hand. And when we show you, at the end of this video, we'll give you the link to this deck with just pure footage, no commentary. If you just want to see it in a little fast-forwarded pace, all the plays, like just over and over again, it's 100% consistency.
I kneel before
But
no
here we're
one.
going to get our Dole Banana into our hand with Saskia. You always want those 7 strengths in your hand. They damage the enemy by 2 when it moves. And we'll get better at commentating as time goes as well. As you see, we're just chilling.
Yep. We also didn't have time at all to prepare for these videos.
Yeah, we were gonna do it in the 5 months of closed beta, like just giving you all time to play. But now you guys get like 9 hours to do these decks. It's gonna suck. And we'll have the listing of the cards you need in the bottom, in the description of the video. Looks like he's playing Fog here. Now you just get your bananas out, prepare to wipe his board. Now, if he had a regular deck, they could control your bananas away, and that's fine. Every time they do that, they are still getting hit by Ragnarok. And if they had cleared Ragnarok, we could then move a fuckload of their units real quick to do a bunch of damage if you're worried about control. Even 1 Dole Banana being on the board makes Geraldar a 20-point play. And when you're controlling the opponent, it's pretty solid. We have many more tricks up our sleeve. Notice how we're putting all of our units onto just the middle row. Aha.
Bet this'll come as a surprise.
3 units left, or 3 cards left in the deck. Looks like he just reapplied Fog. There's Novella.
Did you already play Skag?
No, Skags is still in the deck. Lucky Bounce, all bananas going on to one row.
Yeah.
So anytime you have cards left in this deck, when you finish the game, it's only because they're thinning cards. You never will have cards you need left in the deck. Obviously, if you have thinning cards in your hand, but it's
Let's get this over with.
just for some reason just perfect consistency. Like I literally have never had a bad time running the deck, even with the most abysmal start. All bananas, Aelring, like all commandos, all Aelring, all that bad stuff. There's Skag. And then we're just going to use Ethne for Confer the Last Wish to find that 8 strength gold, which can move 3 more units. Notice he has 4 points on the board.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I like this guy's commitment.
Yeah.
He didn't forfeit. He played it out.
Yeah, I'm glad that he did so we can show you all the cards.
Because it was very demoralizing loss.
Yeah.
There will be no
That's the
negotiation.
Last Wish.
Come the puppy.
Well, the finesse down to 0.
Yep. There you
Any last words?
go. Too easy 2-0. 67 to 15.
This is also the most consistent deck for 2-0ing that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
like simultaneously, if you don't 2-0, you probably lost.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is my take on a Spelltell deck. It is, in my opinion, the most efficient and most amount of points you can get out of a Spelltell deck because it offers a maximum amount of control if you want it, and also you can just Mahakamail to victory. There's 7 playable Mahakamails and 7 playable Alzor's Thunders, like at maximum on either side of the scale. Now, ideally, in the first round, you want to have Nature's Gift or Alzor's Double Cross, no Mahakamails, and an Alzor's Thunder in your hand, as well as a Dolblin and a Spy. Is that Spy?
Protector.
Protector. A Dolblin and a Protector. And the rest honestly doesn't matter. Saskia is always very important in the first hand, but doesn't always happen. I made this as efficient as possible with Royal Decree and Saskia and cards like that. Let's see. I wish this would go away. I want to see the hand. Thank you. Right.
Once again, when we're doing homecoming content, we're gonna be playing, like, recording while we play.
Okay.
Like, the only reason this is like commentary on it, and just
We didn't have time.
we didn't have
literally
time, and we had to, in order to play the beta, we had to make the new
Yeah.
account on the PS4
Yeah.
and record it and export the footage.
Yeah.
So when we're playing on our PC, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice.
Now, the first card you start with is always Farseer, and you almost always want to play Alzor's Double Cross, no matter how you can do it, Nature's Gift or what, because if somebody takes it with Muzzle, it's not detrimental to the deck, but it's just annoying. And it makes it harder to set up your Mahakamails.
You should be.
And then this guy would play faster.
Sometimes people take a while.
I don't want to skip it because I know I'm gonna fuck it up. This video's gonna be a lot better.
Yeah. But we can skip to.
Well, yeah.
But we will have to show the waiting. We can just skip it to hand after hand.
Looking to dance, mate?
Now, this round pretty much was the best scenario for how you can win with this deck. Or get the maximum potential out of the deck, anyway, I guess I should
Let's
say.
hurry.
Basically, you never want you always want to have Farseer and Saskia if you can. If they kill Farseer or something happens, you'll have to play Saskia and a Dolblin and a Protector. But you want to try to save the bananas until the final round, obviously, because by the end of the round, each one of them is worth 17 or 18 points with how many spells you'll use by the end.
You just drop triple
And
ball.
literally, as soon as you can, get 3 cards, 1 on each row, just start playing Mahakamails. Now, you got to be careful because in the first round, it is possible to get stuck with First Light and Owlsworth Thunder, which happens frequently enough, which is why you want Owlsworth Thunder in your hand in the first round, if you can. But you can save this by just basically playing the game with him, and just make sure you use Sage as you use a Mahakamail so it doesn't pull one from your deck. You don't risk doing that. And then the first chance you get, use Ithling Agli and use that for Owlsworth Thunder. That's the only reason Ithling's in the deck is for Owlsworth Thunder. And then blow it up, and then you have Mahakamail guaranteed every time.
It's really annoying how consistent the deck is.
Yeah, Bryan doesn't like playing against this deck.
Yeah.
Especially when he's the next deck that's going to be featured in this video.
Yeah. Spell them out.
Everything all right?
But the entire game, it doesn't matter if you use all your Mahakamails in the first round, because you have 4 more left with all your Sages. So it just get points, basically.
Not a
Not
bad
to
idea.
seem even more disorganized, but the counter to this deck is clearing the rows, and the counter to the
When
previous
the white
movement
frost
deck
comes, do not
is
eat the yellow snow.
clearing the 7-point gold bananas.
Yeah.
Like, you clear them away, you win. Maybe.
Triss Telekinesis, when that card came out, is what made this deck OP. Because it just gave you all your cards back. Now, Triss Telekinesis can mess you up, obviously, but the risk is low for a very high reward for an extra Owlsworth Thunder or Mahakamail as you need. I just love the fact that if you're facing a deck that can get destroyed by control and you realize it early enough, you can just end the game by 7 zaps.
Yeah.
Is this the one where the guy went down 2 cards? I think it is. Yep.
The skill level of the players is just, once again, matching. We're level 9. So this is, once again, these are just proof of concepts, you know? I'm just going to show you a bunch of slaughters.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just to show that our decks are fun and solid.
Yeah. You always make fun, solid decks.
Consistency is how we think they're fun. I don't like cards that have like 5 or more left when you're done the game. If you did that, that means you did the game wrong.
Yeah. Or like,
Long live the
I like when
king!
cards can potentially fuck you over, you know? Like,
Yeah.
nothing feels worse than taking a gamble and just going, bullet in now.
That's why I have a personal hatred for Geralt Digny. At least 50% of the time it's a useless card in your deck and it's a gold card.
You just gotta use it professional.
Or you could just not
Why have you
use it
summoned me?
and use other cards that make sense.
Gwen
Gigny is a filler card in my opinion.
In Gwen Homecoming, Gigny's back to trash.
Well, it wasn't ever not trash in my personal opinion. So. Normally you would not play any cards in the second round, but I believe we tried to 2-0 this person just because they went 2 cards down to punish them. You winning the first round is very crucial for this deck, because if you have to start the third round, it's very obnoxious. Just because it relies, like if you're trying to control them, you can't do that if you started the round. Like it's just, you can't. So you want to win the first round as easily as you can. Sometimes it's not possible, but even if you burn so many things, winning the first round is that crucial. And as you can see, that Dull Banana is already at 12 points, and we haven't even gone through all of the cool plays that are about to happen. I think there's an Iber left in this deck. I can't remember if that was played or not.
Iber let you resurrect a card that was the same strength or lower than him.
Which means you could resurrect a Sage or an Elven Mercenary. Normally, almost always you're going to resurrect the Elven Mercenary because you have 4 total cards in your deck that you're going to pull with Elven Mercenaries, and obviously you can only have 3. Sometimes you'll use Sage just to win the round or something, but normally you'll Iber into an Elven Mercenary, pull your first light, and pull a Dull Banana.
Don't leave me here.
And never, obviously, ever
Have
set
strength,
bananas
my
on the
love.
same round. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, the AoE clears, it's just a...
That's the other reason I hate Geralt Igni a lot. I don't like watching all of them evaporate all at one time. Brings me to another point. What was that card that was in... that they got rid of? The fucking shield?
Oh, Quen?
Oh, yeah, Quensign. Quensign made this deck ridiculous because you made your Dull Bananas just immune to everything. And you just watch them build points in your hand.
Yeah, that shit was fun as fuck.
You didn't have to hide them in your deck or in your hand like you used
Tell
to.
me
You
you
could just
jest.
play Dull Bananas and not care.
I used to have a movement deck that would create like 5 of them in your hand. Of them. 5 Blue Man Commandos in your hand using shenanigans. And then you just Quensign them and shuffle them all back into your deck for a final play, or just put down all the commandos at like 40-point drop from boosting them in hand, shove the skags, and they all scatter and just dropping bombs like the wind.
Now this was another opponent that we have to give props to for letting us just decimate him like this and not forfeiting, so we could show you how it thins. Because this deck doesn't always thin all the way down because it's very easy to get controlled at the same time. Because like every card is extremely specific. For example, if you have to use that first light to clear weather, you are guaranteed having 1 card left in your deck. It's a really delicate deck, but this guy let us show everything. So that was very nice of him.
Alright guys, this deck I call Spelling Realms. It utilized the Kegweni, like 4 strength units that when you play a spell or item duplicate. It's literally the only strategy. So the way to counter it is to clear all 4 of them. Now, I usually used Ada when I played, the leader that could try to roll for a cursed unit, only to try and get one of those guys back again. I don't have the scraps to do that, so we're playing with the Big Daddy, Dad Red, and it's honestly nothing really changed. Like, it's still really fun even if you lose. You pretty much lose.
Well,
if they
Ada
counter
just gave you an extra Revenant potentially.
Yeah, you pretty much get an extra revenue with Ada, or you get some awesome card, like more
That
card.
curse, that 8 strength dude was dope for this too. When you had all of them out, just turn 2 of them into 8 strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. But the whole deck, the biggest card in the deck is Triss Telekinesis at 6 strength. All the bronze and silvers cap at 4 actually, making Scorch extremely useful, as you'll see.
I'm pretty sure Spelling Realms and Spellitel were our personal favorites, respectively. His being Spelling Realms and mine being Spellitel, and they pretty much even matched because whoever started lost. Like, it was just a zap fest, and it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So, let me quickly pause the video for you and show you what you need to draw.
Come on, Gwen.
Come on, Gwen. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 flails in hand. And 2 with of the mage hunters. I forget what they're actually called. Witch hunters, probably. These guys are the equivalent to the thinning cards from all the factions, except at the end of the chain, you get to reset a unit, which is fucking amazing. Remember when you're blacklisting and closed beta only, because Homecoming has no blacklisting, go for the bronzes you don't want to see. So get rid of him so we don't get any more of our thinning back. And you always want one thunder in hand so that you're guaranteed an option between a flail and a thunder. There's only 2 thunders, there's 3 flails. The thunders are used for, I want something to fucking die, and the 5s are used for lining up Sahil and Skull. Sahil deals 3 damage to all odd units and all even units, or it pulls a random unit from your deck, which can be extremely useful as well. Sahil was fucking awesome. They changed it to something equally awesome, but also fucking dumb.
Yeah, I just remember I didn't like facing this deck a lot.
Yeah. So we're getting rid of his resilient unit.
We've hammered enough. Let's get to work.
Looks like he's gonna play his leader. Draw some. He just strengthened all doors in his deck and hand by one. So marching orders pulls our 2 strength mages, the other rose in the deck. After that is the 3 strength card we have in our hand, which revives our 4 strength revenants.
Magic
chaos. After that, you pretty much get to pull. Like you just roll for the 4 strengths because almost every other card's 4 strength. Never try to always use Witch Hunters before you use it, unless you're using, like, pulling out a Tormented Moon. So I just did my thinning and reset his King Door. Haha, I got 1 point over. Now this deck would synergize really well with things that require lots of units on the board, like Yennefer, and Yennefer. If you wanted to replace one of the gold spells, Fortress Telekinesis, for Yennefer. But
It's all how you feel, man.
that's all how you feel. I just personally prefer Triss, you know? I'm a redhead kind of guy.
Triss is definitely good.
Triss Bay.
Especially Triss Telekinesis. I love that portrait thing.
Yeah, dog. Dude, in closed beta, I had all of these animated.
I know, the animated where she's got shit flying around and
Yeah. So right now we're just thinning and using all our tormented mages. Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking blanking. So, never be afraid to use spells from here. There's a fuckload of random spells in this deck, and some of them are mandatory and some of them aren't. I'll tell you which one's in the video description, which tells you the deck list. Like it'll say like optional, could replace with next to it, something like that. So he just passed, getting us first round, which is exactly what we need. Bitch. We only have one of those 4 strength hurt people, the damn sorceress. She's just extra control. And I keep her around as blacklist for something to reroll. Because there's a lot of good cards that you don't want to reroll. And I have that problem where I'm like, I need to reroll, but I want everything.
Yeah. I need all these cards, but I need more.
Yeah.
Which is why consistency is perfect.
Yep.
Your deck is not good.
I've got to get this stinking mess in order.
I mean, if, like, I don't know.
Like, only because, like, You win because you got to use all your cards,
I
not
am
because decks are, your cards are just sitting there. Like, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh!
There's some strategy.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry.
Well, you know
It's,
what I mean.
it's
though.
much higher likely that you're going to win if you use all of your available options.
I mean, obviously, yeah, there's strategy involved, but like, if I have a deck that's consistently gonna thin down to 0 cards, and then I have another deck that might get to 5 or 6, maybe, I guarantee you my win rate is higher with the 0 cards, because I know exactly what it's going to perform, and at that point, I don't have to think about what's going to happen with my deck. I think about how to counter their deck more often.
Yeah.
Because, like, at that point, I have to think about, oh my god, what happens if these 3 cards come up, and then I have to play them in this order.
Yeah. You'll notice I put the Cadwenny, like I'm just putting them down out first. If they
How can I help?
control them away, I just keep slapping them down. That's the weakness of the strategy.
Yeah.
However, it's too fun to give a shit about.
That's the thing, is you don't normally face a control deck. They can fight it.
Yeah. And even if you do, like, you still get to use all of your spells.
Yeah.
You still get to fuck them up while you're losing.
Yep.
Humans lust
I like
after a
the
ladyful.
steadfast whatever thing.
Yeah.
The -1 point to every card. That used to be in the Spelltell deck, but that was too inconsistent with all the cards that were necessary. Because it made it so that you had to get rid of 2 cards,
Checkmate.
spell cards immediately, and then also one was useless because I either used Alzor's Thunder or that with Ithlin Agley.
Yeah. So currently, my thought process was I want to line things up for score. So I am Radaviding his even cards and his lowest cards. Keeping the even, like damaging the even ones and keeping the odds so that Sahil has use. Played a lot more odds. But that was a boost that he's using. And now there's a lot more evens. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's Ragnarok. So the best part of this deck, the most fun part, you won't even get to see this deck guide video. However, you will see many times pulled off in the extra videos. It's Seeley into Summoning Circle into Seeley into another spell. And you'll know what that means when you see it. He's a 4-strength mage that plays a spell and then draws a card. And you just fucking nuke the board, summon a bunch of people, and then draw more cards to damage. It's just... It's disgusting. But this is funny.
Okay, you just get to take one of his cards too, so...
Yeah, that's what's coming next.
Nigh is the time of the white frost
So-
and white light.
I just took a random 6-strength card, and now his 10-strength just...
Oh man,
he has a bunch of
something's
8s
gonna happen
lined
to
up.
him.
So that's the reason why I didn't take an 8-strength, is because they're all going to die anyway.
He thinks he just clapped.
Yep, he just clapped, and he's like, nice, man.
I'm not gonna lose 32 points here.
Exactly. And there we go. So, I highly recommend watching the other ones.
Yeah.
They're fucking
equally
crazy.
hilarious.
Yeah, and every time, this deck's not like consistent strategy every time, besides laying Revenant down first. It's the spells you get to use in the order you use them. Like, how you manipulate the opponent's strategy is fucking just delicious every time.
Yeah. That's why I love the spell decks or spell decks in general, just because every time you use their strategy against them, if you can do it right.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun showing you guys videos. After December 4th hits and everybody is on Homecoming, we're gonna start dropping actual, real content.
That we try hard.
That we try hard for. And it's going to be deck building. We're actually going to be able to show you the cards in the hand.
Yeah.
While we're talking about them, which is going to make things just superior. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Yep. Hey guys.
Hey guys!
Guys, welcome to our channel. Fuck you, Pasta.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name's Bryan.
I'm Pasta.
And this is going to be a quick video dump. Quick video dump.
A quick video done with a few decks that
Yeah, let's restart.
we really. Well, I'm just giving you so that we can just keep
Oh, I know
going.
what I want to say.
Fucking do it.
Bitch. Guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Bryan. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Bryan.
And I'm Pasta.
Fucking Pasta.
You sound like the fucking Sandman right now.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Or,
Yeah.
welcome to Bryan and Pasta. Wait, that's our name. Hey guys.
Wait, that's our names.
Guys, we're a new channel that's going to be covering Gwent homecoming content. Hey guys. Let's try it again.
Alright, top tier decks. No deck. Side to home. I don't know what these words are. I don't know what that is. Sound. Alright. Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what I'm talking about either. Hey guys, welcome to the channel.